Hello, welcome to Original Art Market Recap on the Heritage Auction for 2015. Right off the bat, let's take a look at this iconic, historic piece of art by Neil Adams. 442,150. Prior to the auction, I guess with my friends that I think the hammer price will be around 500,000. I was close. I just didn't think that this gonna get anywhere near $1 million. As iconic as it is, beautiful piece of work. I love looking at original art because I just love how the old school ways of putting things together. Everything was cut and paste. The month, the issue number. Now I wonder where they got this number 76. Is there somewhere in the DC archive that they have a whole bunch of number 76 print out and they cut it up to cut and paste? I'm sure they do. For every issue number, right? So that they cut out the same number to put on every issue 76 out there. April, same thing. It's just funny to look at how things used to be, okay? Today, I'm pretty sure things are done slightly differently. Maybe. I don't know. Here you have a great Sao Bushima cover with Joe Sinat. 44,215. My goodness. Same thing here. Look at this. Look at the way Marvel does things. It even have individual number 1, 2, and 3. So some poor soul back then had to sit there and cut and paste the individual numbers. My goodness. Here is a good example of how the original art market valued things. In general, the splash page tend to be the most valuable page of any book. Okay, but here's a perfect example when it is not, because the splash page was not all that interesting. Take a look at this Spider-Man 32 by Steve Ditko, a fairly rare. Steve Ditko original art is rare. Okay, he's not like Jack Kirby that did thousands of pages. But here is a splash page, and it only went for 8,365. Issue 32. But take a look at page 4. 22,705. Big differences. And it's not even an action page. It's a page where you don't see Spider-Man, you see Peter Parker. Look at that. So there's a good example for those that are not familiar with the original art, that the art absolutely, the content of the page absolutely play a big part in how the market value this book, this page, okay? Every page can be very different depending on the content. In general, the splash page should bring in the biggest buck, but not in this case. Let's go to Green Lantern, Gil Kane, 38,240. Classic Gil Kane cover before he moved over to Marvel and do the covers there. Once again, look at this. Cut and paste, cut and paste. Love it. Very clean, very white looking cover. No blemishes. At least very few blemishes. And then you have this iconic page from Spider-Man. My goodness. Just look at the price. 179,250. Oh boy. Yes, Spider-Man cover. Gorgeous Spider-Man cover with action and a goblin will trump Silver Edge DC cover Green Lantern any day of the week. It's beautiful. Look at this thing. This one has some blemishes. I just love how the logo was cut and paste again. Love it. Beautiful. some white out. I wonder what was here before. It had to happen. I wonder what was changed. If anything was changed, maybe they just had to fix up whatever was beneath it. Okay, let's move on to this other Gil Kane piece that is the cover for a treasury. Not bad, $26,290, affordable. If there's such a thing, right? Golden Age cover is super rare. Pun intended. But hey, you get Action 45 here. Beautiful. Look how nice. 107,550. Just take a closer look. Oh my. See, from the 40s through the 70s, same techniques. Cut and paste. Cut and paste. Good stuff. A nice action cover for sure. You know, I find that a lot of Superman cover of the Golden Age tend to be boring, but that's just my opinion. What would an auction be without Jack Kirby? Journey into Mystery 122. Jack Kirby and Wally Wood, 155,350. Oh my. Once again, you see the individual number, cut and paste. Every digit of the numbers separately. Love this cover. Wonderful. Hard for me to comment on the price as if I can say something is cheap or expensive. Here is a perfect example of how the next 2 pages will show you a good example of how pages from the same book can be vastly different because of the content. Here you have a pretty good page. Okay, this page is worth probably a lot more than other pages in the book because it has Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and the Goblin. Okay, look at that, and it's an action page, so that's a decent page for those that price this book with John Romita Sr. So it's $40,630. Let's take a look. Another page. This one went for, look at that, over twice, $89,625. A better action page. Now you can see the full front face of the Goblin, so not just his back. Look at that. Better action. Clearer picture, better drawings of the Goblin. Look at that. Mark is willing, the buyers here is willing to pay more than twice the price of the previous page. Insane, right? I would be happy with either one. Here you have Barry Smith before he was Barry Windsor. 38,244 splash page. Gorgeous. Gotta have a close-up look on this one. Oh my. I find it interesting that the word keepers, the keepers of the crypt, is cut and paste. Interesting. Seemed like it was cut and paste and then the inker draw the lines, right? That's my guess. Love it. Beautiful. I wonder who the inker for this splash page is. Is it Sutton or Palmer? I'm familiar with Palmer, and this look more like a Sutton ink job on this particular page. Let me know if I'm wrong. Bernie, Mr. Wrightson. Look at this page. Not one of the better page of the Swamp Thing, but look at that. All the best. 6/14/1980, Bernie Wrightson. I bet you when he signed this and sold it in 1980, if he did sell it in 1980, it probably went for cheap. By cheap, I mean maybe $100. Crazy. 16,730. How's that? Then you have another page, an action page, nonetheless. Let's see what the market price this page. Cheaper, 10,157.50. Last but not least, Jim Lee. Okay, the original art market have a lot of anomalies as well. You know, you don't have to be a classic Silver Age or Golden Age artist or Bronze Age artist to command big money. Just look at this, Jim Lee, a modern cover, 2005 went for 33,460. Crazy, right? My goodness, unbelievable. So yes, the market will pay up for the big name, even if it's modern art. And that's it. That concludes this short recap of the original art auction. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.